Yo boys, it's Stove here. Welcome back to another Wild Rift video. Today I'm just going to be looking at a bunch of the starting screens, champion screens, items, runes. We're going to be going over all of them because of Ludisz. Shout out to him. He recorded everything in English and went through every single item, all the runes, all the screens. So yeah, let's get into some Wild Rift champion screens and stuff. This is just the starter screen. It definitely looks like an alpha. It's not like the cleanest stuff, but it looks better than most mobile games we have. It's not too cluttered. It's pretty decent. This is the match history. I like how the match history looks though. That's actually pretty clean. So I'm gonna be pausing a lot. So this is the general settings. Just display match result on off. They have that here. Friend request, open invitation, invite pop-up, just the basic stuff. I'm definitely curious to the graphic options. So there's performance, which is the lowest quality, balanced, high definition, ultra high definition, which everyone started playing on, made it look really good. There's anti-aliasing in this game. There's super high texture quality, there's low, medium, 60 FPS, so you can turn it off, effects quality up to high, shadow quality up to high, resolution up to high, just the amount of settings you would usually see in a PC game, in a mobile game. And a couple other settings here. Damage text on off, you definitely want that on. Character inking, I think that's the outline of the characters. There's a black outline, so you turn that on. Interface animations, you want that on too. So the brightness, all that stuff. Sound, vibrate alerts, just basic sound effects, nothing too crazy. But I like to see all those graphic effects. I'm really picky sometimes. I won't turn it all the way up if it lags my phone, and I'll turn it to half. They have a decent amount of pop-up messages too. Those are actually super useful. So having good messages like that, oh, protect the carry or take this objective, are really good. Oh, actually, I kind of want to pause here. This is a Fortune's Bounty. What is this? Misfortune Bundle Giveaway. 6/5. Okay, this is 6/19. So log in 3 days to get the Champion's Misfortune and 8 days to get Cowgirl Misfortune skin. So maybe these alpha players will actually be getting the heroes they unlock on their accounts in the full release. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just for the alpha, I don't know. But that's kind of cool. They're already doing progression stuff like that. If you log in a certain amount of days, you get something. Just friend request stuff. I don't really like this screen too much. It looks kind of dated, compared to some other mobile screens. This is actually kind of nice. These character screens, everyone's this amount of essence, which is pretty smart. They have some of these heroes you have to buy with essence during the alpha, so everyone's not going to be playing the same exact heroes. I want to see some of these, so I hope everyone spreads out their essence and not everyone's buying the same exact heroes. Look at these skins though. You can pause on those skins if you want. I'm not going to go over all the skins. There's videos for those. We will be going through all the items here and just talking about some of the items and what they're used for. I'm not sure exactly the stats of every item in League PC, but I know what they're basically used for, most of them. The only ones I'm not too sure about are the support items. So he went and got a crate, I forgot what they're called, an essence crate or something, and he unlocks Orianna. Look how clean that unlock and animation is though. She looks different from PC too, Orianna. She looks better. But this screen looks exactly like the leaked ones from China, so I feel like China has had this alpha or gotten alpha way long ago, 6 months ago or something, right when that trailer released, because we were seeing these exact screens like this just at 140p quality. And everybody thought it was fake, a lot of these screens, but they're not. This is actually what the alpha looks like. So they had this alpha way before. So that means that they're definitely on a different build than this alpha. Alright, so here's the items. These are the AD items. So Bloodthirster, really good for heroes that want to lifesteal a lot. This overheals you. You can see it just does 65 attack damage. Physical Vamp overheals you, generating a shield. So you just get a shield from overhealing yourself. Basically, that's that item. Next one is Static Shiv. Pretty sure this is a movement speed and attack speed item, yes. So it gives you 25% crit chance, 35% attack speed, electric 5 movement speed, energized moving and attacking generates energy stacks. At max stacks, your next attack deals a certain amount of damage, energized effects. So this is really good on people like Jhin and other ADCs. This item, Blade of the Ruin King, what is it called? Bork? Yeah, Bork is super like not balanced in League of Legends right now. Everyone's using this for like ADCs, just every like AD hero. And just that's because of its stats. Like attacks deal bonus damage, physical damage equal to 6% of enemies' current health. And every 3 attacks or abilities deals 30 to 100 magic damage and steals their movement speed. So you're going to be slowing people doing like adaptive damage, not adaptive, but both magic and AD damage. And it's doing percent health damage. That item is just, I feel like it's overtuned. That's why it's so expensive. One of the more expensive items, but for 3,100 and Trinity Force is like almost 4K. I think this item's like disgusting. We'll have to see though. Rapid fire, wait, what is this called? Go back. Yeah, rapid fire cannon. I knew it was that. Fuck, I almost said the wrong thing. This is like, this item I'm pretty sure is only for Jhin. Like almost exclusively like Jhin uses this item. And that it gives you the movement speed. You really want like good movement speed on Jhin. And crit rate, attack speed. Moving and attacking generates energy stacks at max stats. Your next attack does this amount of damage, blah, blah, blah. You guys can read that. I'm not going to read every single thing, just the basics. So you can actually get through them. Okay, so a lot of ADCs that auto attack a lot use this one. Attack strikes 2 additional nearby enemies. So if you're attacking 1 minion and there's 2 minions next to it, it'll attack all 3 at once. So you can basically attack 3 people at once at the same time. In team fights, this item's disgusting. You can attack 3 people at the same time. And you can trigger on hit effects to all of those people too. Okay, Yumu's Ghostblade, I'm pretty sure this one is something to do with movement speed and stuff. And when you activate this in League of Legends, you can walk through minions. But in Wild Rift, I've noticed there's no minion blocking, so that's definitely not part of this item. What else did they add to this? Cooldown reduction. This is like a basic, good cooldown reduction AD item. Moving builds momentum, granting at max stacks, movement speed, blah blah. Attacks expend all momentum, deal bonus magic damage equal to the number of stacks. Okay. Do magic damage. A lot of these items are really unique. Like you can mix and match a lot of them. Oh, you went through that one fast. Dustblade of the Drakthar. What is that? I don't know this item. I've seen it in League of Legends though. Attack damage cooldown. Being unseen for 1 second causes your next attack against the champion to deal extra bonus physical damage and slows them for 99% for 0.25 seconds. That's not long at all. Man. Crazy amount of like just depth in these items. Okay, wait, this one is Infinity Edge. This is used on Jhin. People will stack this a ton too. Attack damage, critical rate, critical strikes deal 230% damage instead of 200%. Critical strikes deal 230% damage instead of 200%. What? That's insane. Mortal Reminder, 45 attack damage, Last Whisper. Okay, so this is a basic pen item. Executioner's Calling. Okay, Grievous Wounds. So this is good against people who are lifestealing a ton. This is that anti-lifesteal item. So it does armor pen and it also applies Grievous Wounds. That means people can't heal as much. Black Cleaver. This is a good bruiser item. Max health, attack damage, and really good cooldown reduction. Just all around a great item in the early game and stuff. Dealing physical damage to a champion reduces their armor by 4%. For 6 seconds, stacking 6 times to 24% reduction. Yeah, attack movement speed. Just overall super solid like combination item right there. Mana Immune, this is used on Ezreal a lot. Attack damage equal to 1% of max mana. Yeah, just a ton of mana and cooldown reduction. So anyone that wants to spam skills and do AD damage, this item, yeah, this item is basically for Ezreal. And then more mana it upgrades to. All grants this. I'm not going to read all of that. It's basically the same thing. Just the more mana you have, the more damage you're doing. Next item is Trinity Force. This is the god item. When you get this, you're just like insane. Look at all the like you get health, attack damage, attack speed. Okay, 200 health, 20 attack damage, 40% attack speed, 300 mana, and 20% cooldown reduction. That's disgusting. That's why it's 4K, almost 4K. So the most expensive item out of all these AD items. Movement speed. Using an ability causes the next attack used within 10 seconds to deal bonus physical damage, 200% base. So yeah, every time you use an ability, that next auto, it's like Omni-Arm's passive. Next auto does double damage. Very, very good, man. Way better than Omni-Arms, like a disgusting Omni-Arms, basically. Okay, Maul of Mal, whatever that was, I don't know. But attack damage, magic resistance, cooldown reduction. There's so many different options. I feel like you can run so many different builds on like 80 champions. Like in other mobile MOBAs, there's not as many items. There's not that much like variability. And like for certain comps, like this item would be really good if they have like someone that's popping off that has a ton of magic damage. You could actually use this if you want that cooldown reduction. Just so many options, man. What is the passive on this? Okay, yeah. Dude, crazy. Death Stance, another good like dueling damage item for the like top laners. 300 max health, 35 attack damage, 10% cooldown reduction, physical vamp. So you get more. Vamp is lifesteal. So every time you see vamp in these items, that's lifesteal. Cauterizes 30% of damage taken is instead dealt as bleed effect over 3 seconds. What? So you bleed people for all the damage taken. That's nuts. Really, that's a really good 1v1 item. Wait, got to go back. Went back too far. We were on, I'm just gonna let him scroll through these again so you can look at these. Death Dance. This one is a good, yeah. Critical rate, 45 attack speed. Crazy amount of attack speed, 45%. Move speed, like a lot of them that give you damage that puts you under 35% health, grants you a shield that absorbs blah 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 damage for 5 seconds. So very good 1v1 item also. Umbral Grave, 50 attack. There's a lot of cooldown reduction damage in these items, you'll see. But it's the passives that makes them all different. They all have super unique passives that like change the game. Being spotted by an enemy ward reveals traps and disables wards around you for an amount of seconds. Attacks instantly and destroys both objects. What? What is that? That clears wards, blackout, yeah. I don't really think we need to go through. I mean, I'm not going to explain the lower tiers. You can just pause on them if you want to see all their stats, just to know them. I basically know what they do. Like this one's attack speed, this one's damage, that's crit. Attack speed on this one, that's like health and attack damage. That's the mage one, I think, or something. That's the reduce healing one. All right, now on to mage items. Ludisz's Echo, this is the basic poke mage item. As I was saying, this is the basic poke item. 80% 80 ability power, mana, cooldown reduction, moving and casting abilities builds Discord. At 100 Discord, your next damaging ability does. So the more you move and more like abilities you use, it like builds up this like pop, like boomstick. And it does a ton of damage when you build it all the way up. So yeah, it's basically boomstick compared to that. This is Morello. It's a grievous wound item, so it stops them from healing. You definitely want to build this as a mage if they have a ton of healing. Good health and damage. And it does pen too. Void Staff, just a crazy pen item. If they have a lot of magic armor, you want to build this. Death Cap, huge amount of ability power. Increases by 40% after you finish this item. Disgusting. Rylai's, this is the slowing item, I believe, yes. So gives you some health, decent damage, and also slows them for 20% for, this is like Frosty's. Liandry's Torment, I'm pretty sure this burns them and does more damage for burning. So this is like, always Barris. It's basically Barris, but gives you just health. Yeah. Yep, exactly like Barris right there. Rod of Ages, restores mana equal to 15% of damage taken from champions. So the more you're damaged, the more mana you get back. Regen health equal to 20% of mana spent. That's a complicated item. I'm gonna see how that works actually. Not really too sure. Yeah, I think you like level that up too. Lichbane, this is the attack speed, I think, mage item. Gives you mana, cooldown reduction, decent damage. Using an ability causes the next attack used within 10 seconds to deal bonus magic damage. Yes, so it's a auto attack based item. Same with this one too for like Nasus, I believe. Nasher's Tooth, 50% attack speed. Wow, that's a lot. That's the highest attack speed item I think I've seen so far, besides the other 45% one. 70 ability power, 20% cooldown reduction. So Nasus item, this is definitely for Nasus, like crazy amount of, yeah, attacks deal 15 bonus magic damage plus 15%. Archangel Staff, 35. That's not too much damage, but this is a mana item. Looks like mana and cooldown reduction. Grants ability power equal to 1% of mana. Yep, so the more mana you have, the more damage you're doing. So if you are a heavy mana champion, definitely use this for more damage. What is this one? Is this the heal? Ardent Sensor, yes. So a lot of health, decent damage actually, cooldown reduction. So this is for like mage supports, I believe. When you heal or shield an allied champion, both of you gain 10 to 30% attack speed, and your attacks deal magic damage. What? That's disgusting. Yeah, so definitely for like Nami and the other Soraka, like, and Janna too. Hextech Gunblade. So this is a lifesteal magic item, I'm pretty sure. Hitting an enemy or champion with an attack or ability shocks them for that magic damage and slows them, blah blah blah. And 15% physical vamp, and yeah, 15% magic vamp. So it's a lifesteal item. Harmonic Echo. I've never seen this one before. Moving and casting abilities builds harmony at 100 harmony. Your next healing or shielding. So this is another support item. Restores health. Wow. Some of these are OP. I feel like these mage supports are going to be disgusting. I'm pretty sure this is another support item. Restores 30% of pre-mitigation damage dealt to champions as blood. Capped at that. Healing or shielding an ally consumes all blood to heal them. Crazy. What is this one? This was the new item they're talking about, I think. Was it? 65 ability power, mana, cooldown reduction. Unique takedowns reduce the cooldown of your ultimate by 3%, capping at 15%. Wow, it reduces. So if you want to spam your ult like Orianna, I guess this is a really good item. Infinity Orb. This is like a pen item, pretty sure. Abilities crit for 20% bonus damage against enemies below 35% health. Wow. We don't have to look through these. You can just get like the gist of what they are by looking at them. You can pause and see what these like build up mid-tier items are. But yeah, a lot of these items are really cool. A lot of depth in them. Death Cap is just still that disgusting. Oh, okay, he's going fast here. So these are like the tank items. So if you're playing support or a tanky like sidelaner like Malphite or something, you can use these. Guardian Angel, attack armor. Upon taking lethal damage, restores 50% base health and 30% mana. That's OP. Sunfire Cape, very good tank item. 400 health, armor, deals 25. So this is basically Mental Ra. Yeah, Mental Ra. Spirit Visage, I'm pretty sure this is just like Gaia Standard. Yeah. Health regen, 100% health regen. What? 350 max health, magic resist, yeah, cooldown, with cooldown to increase all healing regen by yourself 30%, yep. Randuin's Omen, 400 max health, 50 armor, reduces damage from critical strike by 15%. Really good against like AD champs that are just want to crit the entire game. This is just like Melpain, I believe. Wait, oh, too fast. Thornmail, being hit by an attack reflects, yeah, 25 magic damage, 10% bonus, inflicts some grievous wounds. So this actually reduces healing and also does magic damage to them if they are, yeah, hitting you. Frozen Mallet, this is a really good like combo item. So damage, a lot of health, attacks slow enemies by, so it's a Frostcape, basically Frostcape, yep. Warmog's armor, ton of health, ton of healing. If you have at least 2,500 health, restore 5% health per second. Wow. So out of combat, this is like that healing item in AoV. Disgusting amount of health, disgusting amount of heal regen. Starrick's Gauge. This is, what is this? Okay, so just straight health. 50% base attack damage only applies to melee champions. Damage that puts you under 35% health grants a shield equal to, okay, that's pretty cool. Iceborne Gauntlet, this is actually used on Ezreal, I'm pretty sure. If you want to go like a little bit tanky, just because of that mana and cooldown reduction. Using an ability causes the next attack to deal bonus physical damage, yep. Icy Field for 2 seconds, it slows, so it's a slowing item. A lot of slowing like tank items, man, that's gonna be annoying to play against. Deadman's Plate, 300 health, armor, Moving builds momentum, granting a max stack. Attacks expend all momentum. Melee attacks that expend momentum also slow. Yeah, I feel like building kind of like bruisers are gonna be really good in this game. These bruiser items look OP. Adaptive helm, what was that? I want to see all these passives. Taking magic damage reduces all magic damage from that same ability or effect. So really good against like pokey. Is that a word? Poke, like poke magic damage. Abyssal mask, 300 max health, really good magic resistance, mana, just a ton of stats in these items. You'll notice some of these have a ton of like combo stats. Restore mana equal to 50% of the damage taken from champs, regen health. Yeah, so mana and health item. This is a support item. Zeke's Convergence. You can see straight support. Casting your ultimate surrounds you with a blizzard and ignites a nearby ally's attacks for 10 seconds. Your blizzard slows enemies by 20% and your allies' attacks burn them. So really good for huge ultimates like Blitz ultimate or Braum ultimate. I think this is new. Yeah, Protector's Vow might be. Raise your guard when next to an allied champion. If you or an ally take damage from a champion monster turret, both of you receive a shield, just a basic shielding item with health, armor, cooldown. What is this one? Winter's Approach grants armor equal to mana. Okay, so instead of just doing magic damage for mana, it's armor for mana. Then you can see the mid-tier items. That's like that's health, that's armor. I mean, that's health too. Wait, yeah, that's armor. I don't really know all these. I basically know them, you know, basically. I want to see the boots. I'm actually kind of excited to see the boots. I haven't seen them yet. So Gluttonous Greaves. This is not in, I'm pretty sure. Move speed plus physical damage vamp. So this is a lifesteal boot item. What? Increases move speed. Dealing, okay. Yeah, a lifesteal boots item. That's kind of interesting. Boots of swiftness, 50% move speed. Move speed slows reduced by 30%. Increased move speed. Good for supports or just people that want to be pretty fast. Mercury Tread, this is like Gilded Greaves. Stops, yeah, reduces the duration of stuns and slows by 30%. This will be used by a lot of people. Ninja Tabi, this is basically the armor boot. Blocks 10% of all, yeah, bit damage from attacks. And then this is a cooldown reduction boot. So we have, what was this? The lifesteal, the like movement speed 1, Merc Treads like against magic damage and stuns and stuff, armor boot, and this is the cooldown boot. Really interesting. And then the enchantments. So you upgrade your boots into these enchantments. Thank God Zanya's is 1,000 gold. I was predicting this to be OP if it was 500 gold. And teleport is a boot. Wait. Teleport is a boot upgrade. That's crazy. I didn't know that. So you can have teleport. Okay, yeah. A lot of top laners are gonna have to make a big decision on what they want, and I think a lot of them will pick teleport as their boot upgrade. Zanya's is basically like Arctic Orb. Does it give? Yeah, it doesn't. Does it give any stats? Wait, no. So these don't give any stats. They're just the active. So 1,000 gold for just for an Arctic Orb. That's a lot. It's a lot to spend on. This shield yourself and a nearby ally. That's all it is. Gain 15% move speed for 4 seconds. So this is like Ring of the Fiend. Protobell, it's just a dash that does magic damage. Quicksilver. Oh, this is just a purify. Another purify. Increases your health by 40% while reducing damage dealt by 60%. Wow. If you just want to be super tanky in a fight and they're targeting you, use this. You're just unkillable. Redeeming enchant. This is the one that like calls down a big circle that heals everyone in an area. Yep. Enemies take 10% of their max health as true damage. So this heals and also damages enemies. What was this one? I want to see the shadow one actually. Summons 2 ghosts that seek out. Okay, so they have the ghosts that seek out champions on contact. So just enemy champions around you will be revealed and slowed. Kind of OP if you're checking for vision. Say you want to see if they're on Baron or something, you send out these ghosts, it will slow them, and you'll see that they're actually there. And then we have teleport, 1,000 gold for teleport. Yep. So teleport isn't like an upgrade to boots. That's really interesting. I think he's gonna go into the basic spells. Ghost is just a sprint speed. Heal, we all know heal. A lot of ADCs will be using heal. Barrier, just a shield. Exhaust, so a lot of players aren't familiar with this. It reduces a champion's movement speed and their damage dealt by 40%. Very good in team fights if you want to shut someone down. I feel like the audio quality just got really bad. Flash, everyone knows Flash. Ignite, so this is used by a lot of people in the mid lane. It just does true damage and burns them over time with true damage. And it also reduces their healing, like any lifesteal and stuff too. So if you have an ADC like killing you and they're lifestealing like crazy, just ignite them in the beginning so they stop lifestealing. And smite, yeah, just smite. I think he's gonna go to the runes now. Okay, we're gonna go over these runes. Hitting an enemy champion with 3 separate attacks or abilities in 3 seconds deals bonus adaptive damage. So it's like the Curse of Death in Arena of Valor if you're used to that. But you'll just hit, if you hit a champion with say one ability and auto attack and another ability, it just does a burst of damage, either AD or magic damage. Alright, and now we're on to Airy. Your attacks and abilities send Airy to a target, damaging enemies or shielding allies. So this can be used as a support item or to just poke. Let's get to Conqueror. This is really good for champions that want to be auto attacking a lot. I wouldn't use this on like a marksman though. Gain stacks of adaptive force when hitting a champion with separate attacks or ability, stacks up to 5 times when fully stacks. Deal bonus adaptive damage to a champion. So the more you auto, it's going to build up and then you're going to do extra damage for autoing. That's basically it. Fleet of Footwork we have. This is really good for Jhin. I keep saying Jhin, but he's like specifically good for a lot of these. Moving and attacking and casting builds energy stacks. At 100 stacks, your next attack heals you. So this might be good for Yasuo too, and grants movement speed. Yeah, increase movement speed, heal. So, yep. Moving and attacking will just stack up that 100% stacks. And then you can just do one big burst of damage, like one big auto after building that up. Grasp of the Undying. Every 4 seconds in combat, your next attack on a champion will be enhanced based on your max health. So for tanky like bruisers, this item's gonna be really good. Heal 2% of your max health. Yeah, just really good tank item. Also another good tank item is Aftershock. After immobilizing an enemy champion, like stunning them, knocking them up, you gain defenses and later deal a burst of magic damage around you. Very good for engaging. Then we have Font of Life. Impairing the movement of an enemy champion marks them. Allies who attack marked champions heal based on your max health. Very good for CC like bot, you know, supports that just want to keep CCing people. You just heal them too, heal your allies. Kleptomancy, so this is interesting. I think this will be used on Ezreal. It was used on Ezreal until it was taken out of League of Legends. After using an ability, your next ability hit or attack on an enemy champion will grant you a random item effect. A random item effect? So like, what does that mean? I'm not sure what this means. Does that mean like one of these runes? Or does it give you like one of the active items? Yeah, a random item effect. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to go look that up and see what that actually is. Or it might be different than League. And now we have the Domination runes. Brutal, gain AD, armor penetration. I'm not gonna go through all of these because they're not too crazy. I mean, we can just go through them. Gain AD, AP, physical vamp. So this is a lifesteal item. This is really important. A lot of people will be using Triumph. After killing an enemy, restore 10% missing health. Deal 3% more damage to enemies below, 35%. Really good for dueling. Oh, what was weakness and stuff? Let me go back to this real quick. You can scroll through all these big ones again. Kleptomancy, man, that's a random buff. That's like so weird. It's like it's a lottery when you're playing. I don't know if you want to play like a lottery while you're fighting people. Like, ooh, am I gonna get the good one this time? Like, just really lucky. Impairing the movement of enemy champions makes them take 5% more damage. That's actually really good. Gain 10% damage against champions, lose 5% each time you die until the bonus disappears. What? That's a really high risk rune right there. Alright, Resolve rune. Backbone. AR, MR, Okay, armor resist, magic resist based on whatever stat you have less of. That's pretty good. Conditioning, gain, yeah, just more armor. Gain max health, unique champion takedowns, grant max health. So more tanky heroes when I use that. Every 3 seconds, regen 2% missing health or mana. That's really good if you want to last in lane, like top lane. I would recommend that actually. This is the 100%. This was in the game just so people still duo lane. 100%. That's why this is in the game. You gain, what is that? Armor resist and magic resist. So it's so weird seeing an R next to it. I don't know why. So armor and magic resist if you're closest allied champion, and this stacks, so you guys can get 4 and 10. Gain 50% max health. I mean, not 50%, just gain 50 max health and 20% slow resistance. So you can get slowed with this. This is really good if you just don't want to be slowed. Inspiration, gain 8% movement speed in brush jungle. So good for ganks. Mastermind, deal 10% bonus true damage to epic monsters and turrets. True damage against turrets? What? Earn extra 100 gold and 500. Okay. So if you want to like take objectives and destroy turrets, so like Fiora for example, this will be really OP on. So she can just take out a turret in like 2 seconds with a 10% true damage to turrets. Gain 2.5% cooldown reduction. Unique champion takedowns grant 1.5% cooldown reduction. Okay. This is the item that rune that gives you extra healing and gold from honey fruit. Oh wait, oh too fast. We'll look through them again. All the resolve stuff too. I want to see these last 2 ones. Damn, he went through them pretty fast. Okay, so Pack Hunter. Near ally champions gain 2% movement speed. For each unique ally you gain this, you gain gold. Okay, so just extra gold for everyone around you. Hitting an enemy champion with an ability empowered attack permanently increases your mana. So if you guys need mana, heavy mana champions, there's a lot for that in this game. And I think that's it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment on your thoughts on some of these items, which ones you think are going to be OP. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.